Meanwhile, though, inside the main base, Mario isn't completely done. He has a couple of Thor ships that are doing some pretty good damage. He just killed off the main building. They might be able to kill off the hive as well. And Catz needs to bring some units back there in order to defend, unless he wants to lose more critical structures. And he has brought some more Thors, some more Ultras, excuse me. He was thinking about bringing some Thors with that Neural Parasite. But he actually cleans up the army of Mario, you know, with this, with this makeshift late game Infestor, Ultra. You know, that's the thing about Catz. Even when he's down in supply, he just makes the most out of every single unit. He's very good at microing. He's very good about being creative about his unit control. And even when he's down for the count, you know, you really can't ever count him out. And Catz just did a really good job there of evening out this game. And look at the bank he's got right now. He's got like 5K something with more gas in the Terran player as well. Now, there are some Vikings flying about, picking off Overlords, but these Infestors should be able to handle that. Meanwhile, though, Catz thinking about just sieging out this planetary fortress, and if he can take out one of the bases of the Terran player, I think he really solidifies his edge in this game, which he has been able to build on in the last few minutes in that last fight. I think right now, you know, it's a pretty close one. Maybe Catz is ahead. Who knows? More Locusts now actually redirecting their fire instead of the pocket expansion going up to this northern one. But there are a lot of SCVs there repairing, so that planetary fortress is just having target practice right now, taking out these Locusts with all his SCVs. But Brute Lord support is inbound, and these Brute Lords should help take out this PF. There are 6 Cattle Bruisers on the way with Behemoth Reactor as well, so they're going to have that extra energy for Yamato Cannon. And when those battlecruisers come out, Catz will need to think about getting either Hydras or Corruptors to back up his Brute Lords and his Swarm Host, because he has no anti-air right now. Really has lacking anti-air in all departments. And here comes the battlecruisers. Oh my goodness, they are 3/2/2 upgraded. Remember, they share armor upgrades with the Terran metal on the ground, and the entire Zerg army has to retreat. You cannot fight battlecruisers like this, man. Catz needs to get Corruptors, Infestors with Neural Parasite. I don't even think Neural Parasite's that good against battlecruisers, to be honest. It's got to be either Corruptors or Hydras, and he is actually making 10 Corruptors right now. Hopefully his air upgrades are good enough to stand toe-to-toe with battlecruisers. It looks like he's got 2 weapons, no air, but that should be enough. We'll see as this Terran army continues to press inwards. SCVs thinking about repairing, but the Locusts take out the SCVs, and here comes the Yamato Cannon. Oh my, Yamato's all over the place as the Vipers abduct the battlecruisers as well, but the Corruptors are here, and they will be able to take out a couple of BCs. Will it be enough? 0-2 Corruptors versus 3-2 battlecruisers. Oh man, these BCs are just so buff. I think the BCs are going to win out. That means Cat's gonna have to think about a different type of unit. He's trying to go for muscular augments right now. That means obviously he wants to go for Hydras. Feels like his Corruptors are not good enough. Hydras are going to have much more upgrades. Of course, they are at 3-2, but he needs to build up a large enough army. He's using Spore Crawlers right now to help buy himself some time. I think he will be able to push these battlecruisers away, but there are multiple attacks happening all over the map. More battlecruisers down to the bottom expansion. Hellbats burning up Spore Crawlers to make a way for the battlecruisers, and just chaos everywhere. Units are going all over the place right now. More battlecruisers using a model. That expansion is going to go down. And oh, 1 HP. 1 BC being sent in to finish it off. And that last laser takes it down. So another hatchery has fallen for the Zerg player. Not good for Catz. You can see, actually, he's running out of gas here. He's only got 120 or so units of gas. Same with the Terran player, though. That's the problem. When you go battlecruisers, you do run out of gas very quickly. Greater Spire, though, just went down. So we're not going to see, I don't think, any more Corruptors or Brute Lords, unless there's another Spire on the map I'm not aware of. But yeah, these battlecruisers are doing a great job taking out critical structures. But here comes the aerial Zerg squadron. Corruptors and Vipers, and this should be enough Corruptors to finish off these BCs. Now it becomes a battle of who's got more gas. As you can see, most of the BCs now being recalled home because they've realized that the fight abroad has been lost. They've got to retreat that last battlecruiser, getting the Yamato before it leaves. And really, it does become a struggle for gas now. Both players trying to stockpile enough gas and waiting to see what units the opponent builds in order to build the right counter unit. Great abducts right here, though. This is this is key. When you're down and low on resources, you've got to use, you know, your special abilities, your abducts, your fungals, your neural parasites, everything. All of those things help out so much when it comes to stopping, you know, stopping your opponent's army and hindering their ability to rebuild. You just got to use your cast abilities, and Catz is just doing a great job of that so far. More Hellbats are located here, but they will be taken out, I suppose. There we go, it does get finished off. Meanwhile, there is one battlecruiser still remaining here. I don't know how this is a very expensive scout for Mario. I would much rather have like a Hellion there or an SCV or something. That is a very expensive scouting unit. He needs to get that battlecruiser back home, although it is doing a little bit of damage to these drones, zapping them as they Maynard back and forth. More Vipers and Corruptors continuing to chase down these Hellions. Let's check the worker count. 66 workers have gone down for the Zerg, and only 18 have gone down for the Terrans. So really, obviously, Mario has just been dominating in that aspect of the game, but that is only one aspect of StarCraft 2. It's not the entire game, you know. So Mario just doing a good job there, but overall, it's still very close. I would say Mario's got the slight edge now because he does have a lot of bank. In fact, almost 5,000 minerals banked up. He could rely solely on, you know, Hellions, which is what he's trying to do right now in order to win this game. But the thing is, it's not as good as relying solely on something like Marines. Recall that Mario went for mass mech here. Wow, that is a lot of BCs. Recall that Mario here went for mass mech. He didn't go for bio. Typically in the late game, when Terrans are struggling, when it's down to the nitty gritty, and you really have more minerals and you have gas. Usually if you've gone bio, then Marines are great units to build, but if you're on mech, Hellions, they're not as good. And so we can see Mario's trying to make use of these Hellions wherever possible. And he has been actually killing a lot of drones. 78 workers have gone down now, and the Ultras continuing to give chase. Oh, that's dirty! Dropping mules down as well to jack the rest of the Zerg players' economy, and dropping more mules. I'm not too sure what that's all about. He should have actually saved those to drop over here on this expansion. But nevertheless, I guess Mario's just fooling with Catz now, trying to really get under his skin. And you know what? He's got a big backup plan here. Look at how many battle cruisers are back here, just waiting to be deployed. The entire Terran infantry, forget the infantry, the entire Terran aerial fleet has been called into service. This is insane. There are 13 battle cruisers and 11 Ravens here. Let's see what kind of army Catz has got. He's got 31 Corruptors and 10 Vipers. Welcome to the new late game of Zerg vs. Terran, aerial warfare. And this could be one of the biggest dogfights you have ever seen. This is where the Vipers really come in handy, though. Great abducts, and the Corruptors able to take out a couple BCs in the front. The rest of these BCs are not engaging, which is not good for Mario. There are Spore Crawlers under this army as well. Catz needs to spread out his Corruptors, though. Oh my, Seeker missiles! Just doing hordes of obscene amounts of damage. And that was pretty ridiculous right there for Mario, but he doesn't have enough air units left to win this fight, I don't think. There's just too many Spores, too many Corruptors, and too many Vipers, and the abducts continue. Mario is going to lose yet another battlecruiser, and that is actually the last one going down. Very good play by Catz, winning that fight quite handily, I've got to add. But the thing is, you cannot win a game as Zerg with just Corruptors. You've got to get some Brood Lords in your army, or some type of ground unit that can actually take out the Terran structures. He knows that. He's got to incorporate some more units, but first he's got to worry about making sure Mario's air army does not rebuild and max out once again, which it is starting to do right now with quite the Hellbat backup. He's got 6 BCs on the way as well, so Mario is not giving up. How do these guys still have money? That's the question that is just completely perplexing me. I'm actually looking at Catz. He's actually pretty low on minerals now. That is a big problem, and in fact, oh my lord, that is not good for Catz. He needs to prevent these meals from stealing all his money. That is at least, I don't know, 1,000, maybe 2,000 minerals, maybe not 2,000, but like 1,000 minerals gone right there. Maybe not even 1,000, but still, you know, it all adds up at the end of the day. Of course, they aren't going to make it back home, so nobody reaps the benefit, but it hurts more for Catz because these are rightfully his by conquest, if you will. He needs to prevent the meals from stealing these mineral patches because those are the last few ones remaining for Catz, and right now he is starving for minerals. He needs the money in order to continue to lubricate this this machine of war. Meanwhile, Mario, he's just building up so many BCs back at home. This is just ridiculous. 5 more battle cruisers are on the way right now, and this next attack from Mario, I feel like, you know, this is gonna stretch the remainder of his surplus pretty thin. He's gonna have a lot of minerals, but not so much more gas. These are the last rounds of BCs I think we'll be seeing for the rest of this game. Short of him being able to steal, you know, gas from Catz or something like that, I'm not entirely sure. But I feel like these will be the last few rounds of heavy, you know, tier 3 units. And following that, if it does come down to a mineral war, I think Zerg actually wins out pretty easily in that aspect with, you know, with queens and Zerglings and maybe even roaches versus what Hellbats and upgradeless Marines. I do think that the Terran will be at a disadvantage there once the gas starts to run out. Well, we'll see what happens. Here we go, man. This is going to be the last wave, I feel like. I could be wrong, but Mario's been stretched pretty thin on gas so far. You can see his refineries are very low now. 956. He's actually got. He's still got a decent amount of gas, I suppose. I might be exaggerating the lack of Vespine a little bit, but yeah, he's still got a little bit of gas. We'll see what happens, but he's certainly going to wait until his army is maxed out. And look at this, man. He's brought all of his surplus SCVs because, you know, when you've got 68 space construction vehicles, why do you need them all mining at this point in the game? You don't. So just send them all on auto repair duty. Now, the thing is, Catz will need to get, I think, a couple of fungals off to prevent that mass repair from going down, because honestly, with this many SCVs, the repair rate is ridiculous. These battlecruisers can be instantly healed on command. So I do think Catz will need to get some infestors out. And let's see, he's got 17 infestors. So, all right, he definitely has more than enough for fungals. But the problem, I don't know if he's got enough corruptors here. He's only got 17. That's not good for Catz. He needs more corruptors right now in his army. I think to win this fight, he probably will need more corruptors, but I think he's going to be relying on his infested Terrans to provide him a little bit of anti-air firepower. We'll see how that goes. One command center, one orbital command is just hiding at the 12 o'clock now, I guess for, I don't know what for, maybe in case of a epic base race, then this base can be the last one standing. More meals being used to jack the minerals of Catz. He really doesn't want to let that happen. I'm surprised. Really, he's not leaving some spines over at the mineral field. And oh my, fungal growth, great fungal, secondary fungal, third fungal comes down, and that SCV line just got really ripped apart. There are more SCVs in the back though, so not all the fungals hit, but Catz is using fungal growth to get Mario's battlecruisers now. Not the most efficient use of fungal energy, I don't feel like. I definitely think against BCs he needs to think about going in with everything and launching infested Terrans, but he is definitely whittling down this battlecruiser army, taking it down bit by bit. But the SCVs in the back are continuing to repair. That's the thing. If you're going to use fungal against this army, you need to think about fungaling the SCVs. And here we go. I guess Catz deciding now is the time to go in as the battlecruisers have been weakened. Where are his corruptors? Here they come. Will he have enough to win this fight? There are so many point defense drones going down. Oh, that's ridiculous. And with all these PDDs, the corruptors cannot fire. They cannot attack. They've been completely neutered. And the corruptor army must pull back once again. Look at the cloud of point defense drones. There are so many PDDs that they fill up the entire heads-up display here all the way to a level 2. Incredible. And the PDDs are starting to, I mean, who am I kidding? They still have a lot of energy here. And Catz now is going to go in and try to deplete the PDDs of energy. He has done just that simply by auto-attacking. And it looks like the point defense drones are out of energy now, so now the battlecruisers are exposed. He's continuing to abduct them in. This is a ridiculous game, and it looks like he is going to consume more energy for a second here, taking a break to eat dinner, and he'll come back once again to, I guess, launch more spells. These corruptors, will they be able to win this fight? They are 1-3 against the 3-3 BCs. He's continuing to abduct these battlecruisers in. I think Catz has done it. I think he's going to win the fight, and he has forced the complete retreat of the Terran army. Very nicely done right there from Catz. And that's what I'm saying, man. Never underestimate his ability to micro, although I think he might have microed that hatchery down. I think he might have ate a little bit too much there. Should have been careful about the corruption, excuse me, the consummation from the Vipers. Unfortunately, that ended up costing one of his expansions. He will need to rebuild that, as it's one of the last remaining ones right now. Just worried about taking out all these point defense drones, which it's going to take him a little bit of time. Not joking. You know, every second or so, they are able to block yet another attack. And oh no, here comes Mario. He's launched Secret Missiles. Catz is not prepared, and Mario is going to be able to do a ton of damage, ripping those Corruptors apart. Unfortunately for Catz, they're taking a bit of a break, and he wasn't paying attention to the battle. And because of that, Mario was able to sneak in there and get a crushing round of Secret Missiles off. And now look at this, he's transformed most of his army now, sucking up the surplus minerals and just making mass Hellbats. Now, as I said before, I feel like as a Terran player in the late game, you know, they are very good, don't get me wrong. Hellbats are beef as all hell, but I do think Zerg is well equipped to deal with Hellbats. If he can get some Ultras out, I don't think Hellbats are going to work out too well. But the problem is Catz, I think, only has one Ultralisk in his army. Most of his army composed right now of Infestors. That is not so good, because when you're dealing with a Terran army who's desperate, who's starved for money, who's actually stealing your minerals, and is making mass Hellbat, he needs Ultras, he needs Roaches, he needs some type of sturdy ground unit to win this fight. But here we go, man. This is not an army you see every day. This is very unconventional, but Mario's making use of whatever he's got left there. He's gonna go for the victory push now. Will Catz actually have enough to fight off this round of flamethrowers? It's basically a fire army, and Catz needs to get Ultras right now. He's making more Corruptors, which is not the unit he needs. He is trying to fungal growth these Hellbats down. Meanwhile, the Hellbats and Battlecruisers and Ravens have made their way over to the 1 o'clock expansion. This hatchery is just done for. There's no way it will be saved. Although if Catz can reclaim it in the next few minutes and not allow Mario to steal his minerals, and it's not all is lost for the Zerg, using his Corruptors to pull away from the Secret Missiles to dud them out. Very smart right there. Now most of the Terran army entrenched at this top corner. Will Catz be able to survive? He actually sends this very intelligent play right there, using his Infestor, which was destined for death, to launch off the rest of its remaining energy. Very intelligent play right there, but will it be enough, man? Look at the Hellbat army. It is continuing to push. Flamethrowers everywhere. Who knew Mario was a pyromaniac? But there you have it. And he is burning everything on the ground. Scorched earth policy. And Catz needs to get some type of ground units out here. He needs Ultras. He needs even Queens. I don't think would be that bad of a choice. He's got 3,100 minerals. The problem is he doesn't have enough gas, so he can't make Ultras. So maybe just relying primarily on Spine Crawlers. And I guess Queens would be his answer now to stopping these Hellbats. And he's making 2 Queens right now, but I would honestly say if you've got this much money but not enough gas, and your main threat is these Hellbats, make Spine Crawlers. You know, that seems to be the best way to stop this assault. Both players are just so low on gas, so they're just relying on whatever mineral-based unit they can. So why not make Spine Crawlers for Catz? I'm not too sure what he's waiting for. He is going to abduct some capital units, though, and he is going to... I don't know what's going on. He actually neural parasited a Raven, and then neural a Battlecruiser. Some Secret Missiles have gone down. This game is absolutely epic. Fungal Growth's coming out as well to lock the Hellbats on the ramp, but Catz loses this fight. I think he's going to have to pull back all the way. And the Ultra, the only hope for the Zerg army going in, but it's surrounded by fire on all sides. And Meal's getting dropped down as well to signal the victory push from Mario. Will he actually have enough Hellbats at the end of this fight? He could use his Meals to repair the Hellbats, interestingly enough. And they do repair twice as fast as SCVs do, but the Fungal Growth comes down, taking them out, and continuing to Fungal Growth is Catz. He's just playing this game of cat and mouse, falling back and fungaling and keeping these Hellbats away from his Infestors. Oh no, but he doesn't want to run over into that ramp. That's where his Infestors will clump up. I think Catz, I don't know if he's going to be able to hold on. That's the thing. He's got 3,400 minerals, not, 20 droplets of gas. That's it. And the problem is, you can't make Zerglings. You just can't make Zerglings against a Hellbat army. It would not be cost effective. And he doesn't have enough gas to make anything else, so why not, like I said before, make some spines? Oh dear goodness, make some spines. He's got 34 drones over here in the top right-hand side, but the Terran is mining! Mario is mining minerals right now, and gas, look, he just stole Catz's expansion, and that is big-time problems for Catz. Catz needs to shut down the mining operations going on over here while there is nothing on the production tab yet. You can bet once Mario makes some gas, he is gonna make you, oh my god, 15 more Hellbats being queued up in the factory lines, and Catz has no, I don't know, the longer he waits, the less likely it becomes that he'll win this game. I actually thought Catz could win this by simply playing that game of cat and mouse with his Infestors falling back and fungling them to death. But now I see the big problem. That is the income rate. 2,600 minerals. almost 3,000 minerals per minute compared to 0. And I think Catz is going to find out now. He is sending a drone. Oh man, timing is all but critical right now. And he is going to see the expansion here. Now he's got to send everything he's got to take out this expansion. This is the last mining base. Look at all the minerals, they've just been stolen. And oh no, Thors are being produced as well. So that means Mario was able to scrounge up 1,200 gas or so, 900 or so, to make a bunch of Thors. And here we go, the Infestor's coming in. Will Catz drop down some Infested Terrans? There we go. I think he needs some Infested Terrans to make sure this orbital command go down. By the way, this orbital was the same one that was parked at the 12 o'clock in outer space for the last 10 minutes or so. And oh goodness, here comes the Hellion army. And nowhere these Infestors can run. Blue Flame is activated as well. Do they have energy for a fungal? They do, but it isn't going to be enough, and now it's going to come down to the Queens. But all the Queens are getting surrounded as well, and so now we can see Catz trying to keep him alive via transfusion. But I think Catz might have... I don't know, man. This is going to be really close. The problem is, what about these Hellions and Hellbats? Does he have any way to stop them? He does have enough money to make a bunch of spines, but he's not making them, and I think the reason is because he didn't have a spawning pool. Now he's making a new spawning pool, so he must now realize, hey, if I just make some spines, I can hold off this attack. And no! Catz was defeated. He left the game. Oh, man, I think he could have stayed and fought it out just a little bit more. I mean, yeah, it was 83 supply to 85, and if all these Hellions go into Hellbat mode, then you're in big trouble. But like I said, he's got a bunch of minerals, so maybe he could have waited for his spawning pool to finish and then make some spine crawlers at this base up here at the top. I don't know. It's all hypothetical, obviously, but that was an amazing Zerg versus Terran. And once again, another long one, 58 minutes long. I hope you guys enjoyed. Didn't quite reach the hour-long mark, but it was definitely an entertaining one. Anyways, if you guys have any other sick replays like this, feel free to send them in to me at HDreplays@gmail.com. I do look at all the emails you guys send. And for now, I guess this will be it. This is HD Starcraft. I am signing out. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next video.